What's up, everybody? I'm back. Maybe. Sort of. I don't know yet. Anyway, this video is gonna be sort of explaining where I've been and like the events of why I haven't been doing videos, and like I don't even know. God, it's been like 3, 4, 5 years. I really have no idea. Basically, the reason that I stopped making videos was I just didn't have fun doing it anymore. It wasn't really there wasn't really a particular reason. It just stopped being fun, and that was the only reason I did it. Was it was fun for me. So when it stopped being fun, I just decided, well, what's the point? I never stopped like watching horror flicks. I didn't stop collecting at that point. Actually, my collecting got way heavier afterwards. Actually, to a point where I did have to be like, okay, let's hold the brakes on this, because I'm spending way too much money, and I don't need 15 copies of Cannibal Holocaust, or I don't need another copy of this movie on Blu-ray because I have the 25th anniversary edition, and this is the 30th anniversary edition. It has 2 new special features. There was a point where I did stop collecting, sort of for a while. I kind of had a come to Jesus moment where, like I said, I was just like, this is too much. I was spending way too much money, and it was just getting out of hand, to be honest. And so I started to slow down, and I started to sell off stuff that, I knew I was never going to watch again. There's no reason. If I haven't touched it in 2 years and I can't see myself watching it anytime soon, there's no reason to have it. So I started to purge a lot of that stuff. Netflix had a little bit to do with it. We got an Apple TV and started streaming Netflix, and there for a really long time I was against Netflix. I was a big proponent for champion for physical media, and I was like, no, Netflix is killing physical media, fuck Netflix. Which, yeah, Netflix is definitely a reason why physical media is dying, for sure. And I got lazy, and I was just like, well, why do I need to buy it if I can just push a button? I know, it's bad. But anyway, and then there came a point where the place where I was working closed down. I was out of a job for a while. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Money was getting tighter, so I had to start letting go some things, some big money items that I never really ever wanted to sell, but I didn't really have a choice. And a lot of people out there think, well, I would never get rid of this. Well, there's situations where you would get rid of it. I'm married, I have a child, he's in, school now. You lose your job, things happen. So I started selling off some things, big money items, and I was actually able, funnily enough, to really support myself, able to buy my own groceries, so my wife didn't have to spend her paychecks buying me food and, this, that, and the other, whatever it may be, daily expenses, for probably a good 6 months, just upon selling off portions of my collection. And then I decided to go back to school, which I'm still doing right now. And the original plan was, wife would work, I would go to school, because at the time things were tight, but they hadn't gotten to a point where, we were, drowning. Then eventually that kind of came around, and I had to sell a lot of stuff that I didn't want to sell. And anyway, long story short, excuse me. Long story short, I got a job, I'm in school. We've now moved into a place where I won't go into the specifics of why we moved here. Well, not why, but how it's rent free. But anyway, it's rent free. Basically, we got lucky within the family, and we're living rent free right now. So got some extra money. Started really missing collecting. Started really missing just that aspect of my life. So I've started to get back some things. Started to rebuy some things that I never was able to buy before because I had no money. And starting to rebuy some of the stuff that I did not want to get rid of. That being said, why is this video on here? Well, I recently watched a movie that I'm going to do a review for that I thought I kind of want to talk about this. It was an interesting movie, and it kind of left me feeling a certain way, and I'm not sure why it did. So, that's what I'm going to do next, is I got a new review. After what, 4 or 5 years? It's a crazy world, I know, but I'm going to have a new review coming up very soon, so stick around for that. Now, will I be doing reviews on a regular basis? I don't know. If I feel like it, if it's going to kind of depend on how I feel about this new review. If I enjoy doing it, if I enjoy talking about it, I'm probably not going to review everything that I watch like I used to. I literally used to review everything that I watched that I didn't have a review for, or every disc that I bought. I probably won't be doing that. It's probably going to be more of a, if I feel like I want to, put my thoughts out there. Maybe it'll be on a certain edition or whatever, but it's probably not going to be quite as consistent if I do decide to really come back. I haven't decided yet. I got a lot on my plate right now. We just moved. Stuff's still in boxes. I'm in school. I'm in my 3rd semester of a 2-year program. And, I've got stuff that I'm doing. Schoolwork. I've got work. My wife's got work. My wife's actually, what she does, this is the time of the year that she's insanely busy for like 3 to 4 months. So, me adding this on top of that is stupid, but I gotta do it. So, anyway, I'm rambling. I'm gonna have a new review up, and come check it out. Thanks, guys. I'll see you then.